Wizard Harry. 4. Why so serious?
3. Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
We have a Hulk.
2.
Show me your moves.
I'm Groot.
1.
What's that flashing? We're losing a deflector shield. Don't trap yourselves in. I'm going to make the jump to light speed.
Go!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Random Fandom Show. I am your host, Matt Mewich.
And I'm Josh Mewich.
I'm Nick Vittorio.
And this is episode 6, where we talk Game of Thrones.
That's right, everybody. Everything that you need to know about Game of Thrones.
And just a heads up for anybody that's listening, this is going to be a spoiler-full episode.
Full of spoilers.
Not spiders, spoilers.
Spoilers. Full of just the
Not from a
nastiest, curdled, spoiled milk
Not the spoilers that you put on the back of your car.
seen. Or car spoilers.
But before we get into that, let's jump into some news.
Have you mentioned that this is a spoiler episode?
Oh my gosh, Nick. Yes, we have.
Okay, good. Because I don't want anyone to have this spoiled for them.
Perfect.
Except for
Katie!
Sorry.
Who may or may not put headphones in for when we start.
Cool.
Just a risk I'll have to take.
Okay. Let's start off with the news.
News. We got a big Smash Bros. Update. So it was found out that those who have both the Wii U and 3DS Smash Brother games, yes, they get to have the new Mewtwo DLC April 15th. He will be available. Mewtwo will be available on the 28th for everyone else for about $5. And also announced $5.
That's a lot of meat.
$5 is $5.
And additionally, Lucas will be joining again. Everyone's favorite.
Fat-headed kid.
Yeah,
Another one to join
basically
the other
like
two.
Ness. But he was in Brawl, so they're bringing him back later. We don't know exactly when. They said around June.
You heard it here. 2 characters for the price of $5. Katie,
I don't think that's actually
how much money is each character then?
$20 million.
$20 million.
fact checker, everybody.
Yep.
Keeping
It's
it
Proud
real.
of her.
Heard it here first.
Oh, another more announcements from that Nintendo Direct is that Smash Bros. Will be having sharing capabilities, so you can actually share your maps with people. That should be fun. That's
Right.
it. That's it for news.
That's it for news? No, because huge news. Mad Max, as awesome as that movie is going to be, has just got more awesome because the first trailer of Batman vs. Superman will be before Mad Max.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet.
So I was super pumped to see this movie before, but now I'm like ecstatic. And I'll probably go and watch it 48 times. Or go to Mad Max a couple times is going to be good. And then just wait for the other 46 on the internet.
Yeah.
There we go.
Great news. Matt?
I have news. What? The Star Wars Celebration will be held in Anaheim from April 16th to the 19th. This is going to be like basically a Comic-Con except just for Star Wars. They've had celebrations in the past, but this is like the first really big one because we get the new movie this year, and people are thinking that trailer might drop there for the hardcore fans. You might get to see it. Also, we get gameplay footage of the new Battlefront there.
Oh, sweet.
The season premiere of Rebels Season 2 is going to be there, which is, they said if the finale of Rebels, if you like that, this is going to be like at least twice as good as that, which the finale was awesome.
But no more than twice.
Probably more than twice. So
They said at least twice.
J.J. Abrams is going to be there, and a bunch of people from the cast and stuff. So that's a fun time. I wish I could go, but that's in Anaheim and we're in Duluth. So
Yeah, if only they had some sort of like transportation,
Yeah.
like
Teleportation.
cars or something.
We could always just walk down there. It'll take a little bit.
Wait, what's a
but
car?
Oh! Alright.
That's it for news.
Thanks, Matt. Now we are going to move on to our main topic, which is Game of Thrones. So again, this is going to have a few spoilers. And by a few, I
Wait,
mean...
there are spoilers in this episode?
I think there are, actually. A lot. So, if you just tuned in for the news and that's all you really like about this show, then you're good. But other than that, if you want to stick around and learn more about Game of Thrones, share your opinions on it as well, stick around. But if you don't want anything spoiled, I'm sorry. This is going to be quite the episode for spoilers.
So we're all caught up to season 4.
Up to season 4. The new season will be airing on the 12th of this month. So... super pumped for that.
Yeah,
the trailer looks incredible, and ever since the show has started, it's gotten progressively better and better and better.
Even as they kill more and more characters.
Yeah, people always joke about the job security on the Game of Thrones cast, and they're not joking. Well, they are joking because they joked, but zing!
It's a joke, but really, it's no joke.
It's not a joke. Nobody's safe. If you've read the books and stuff, shut up, because I don't want to hear anything. People who read the books always spoil the episodes for me.
I haven't read the books.
Neither have I. I'm just saying.
Oh.
If anyone wishes to comment the rest of the series, because they've already read it, I will find you.
You guys stink now.
I will kill you.
You used to feel all good about yourselves, but now you can't.
Because it's different.
What? Okay, so, what was our favorite part about last season?
I loved everything.
Well, no,
What?
Any particular parts? I'm not. Let's see. The parts with Arya. Those are great.
Aya? The
Arya?
little one?
Arya, yeah.
It's Aya.
Aya?
What? How? What? I'm confused now because
Who are you talking about? The girl with the needle?
Yeah.
yeah.
Aya Stark?
Arya?
I'm pretty sure it's not Arya.
Arya. Arya.
I've never heard the R in there.
Arya.
Hmm.
I have.
I've heard that every time I've heard her name in the
Yeah.
show.
I think it's the Scottish
Arya
accents.
Stark.
Arya.
Aya.
I was
Alright,
so
well.
confused.
I learned something new.
Nick does not. But yeah, she's awesome. She can beat people up. They don't expect it.
She's slowly growing into a character that's fitting the mold of everyone
Super
else.
Badass too.
Yeah. And she's been wandering around this entire season with the Hound.
Mm-hmm.
Up until the end.
Up until the end.
Which
Ho ho.
we're still talking about. Do we want to talk more about that?
We probably will later.
We can save it for later.
Okay.
But
Sweet, because that might be someone's... Well, we are talking about our favorite parts. But my favorite part about last season... Katie, I'm desperately worried for your... Is this alright?
We're A-okay.
Okay. My favorite part about last season was the trial of Tyrion Lannister. Because, that scene where Tyrion finally just breaks down and gives up. But not gives up. I shouldn't say that.
He
He
flips
just
out.
flips out. Because he's my favorite character by far throughout the whole series. He was kind of a dink. Peter Dinklage. But no, he's kind of a jerk the first couple episodes, but man, what a character he's grown into.
Oh, yeah.
The second season, he just takes charge, literally, and he has not turned back, and I am super anxious to see what happens. So I was honestly worried for his life throughout the entire season.
oh yeah,
'Cause by the end of the third one, he was not in a good spot, but he's kind of managed. But no, when they bring him in and Shay comes out and testifies against him,
Mm-hmm.
I really hate Shay. Oh gosh, she's obnoxious.
Yeah,
she just doesn't get anything. She's strong and she's trying to make Tyrion's strong and stand up for himself. But she's an idiot. She's just an absolute idiot. She doesn't understand anything that's going on. Like, no, I can't do this because people will kill me. And she's like, you can do it anyway. Because
Why don't you
you're
love me?
My lion. You are my lion. Like, okay, I'm going to be a freaking dead lion if you don't shut up and listen to me. Like, honestly. Ugh. So that whole thing happened too. But when she came up and testified, and he's just like, I would like to confess. And then he just cuts loose. And he's like, he's calling out everyone in King's Landing. And like that stare between him and Tywin is just awesome. I rewound that part so many times. It's so freaking awesome. And he's got that smirk in the end. I love it. I have to watch that episode again. This is so great.
My favorite part of the season are probably some deaths. Probably mainly Joffrey to name one.
That was the big one.
Yeah.
purple
That made
wedding.
me happy. Oh, that made me happy.
Oh, man.
And then also...
We all watched that episode together,
Yeah.
and when that happened, we all were like high-fiving. Just,
Yep.
yeah! 'Cause he was the worst.
He was the worst.
I think he's voted probably one of the most hated characters in TV history.
I would.
And I think it's hilarious because the kid who plays him is like the nicest person from what I hear.
Mhm.
Like he's super generous and super kind.
He did such a good job
Yeah.
that everyone hates him, and it'll never.
Everyone hates him for good reason.
Another death that I like is Tywin Lannister on the toilet.
So fitting.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So fitting.
That's so
Such
funny.
a proud
It
man.
did- and nobody even thought like anyone would die like that in this series because I mean most of the deaths are kind of just gruesome
come
out
out
in
of
the
nowhere.
open. And
I would honestly, it was like that whole scene. It's dead silent. There's no music, and you're just like watching the interaction between these two characters who've been butting heads and had
and
conflict.
Tywin's just like, oh, stop it, you're not going to kill me.
Yeah, he's too bold, and it does not pay off at all.
And then also Shay's death.
Yeah, that was great too. That was pretty good. It was sad though.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
yeah, because
very
you're like
depressing,
you
yeah.
feel for Tyrion,
But she was a skank the whole time.
yeah, and
So-
and his dad. From that moment you're like, oh, she was just a pawn for his dad the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
When they met, it's because of him. It wasn't because of just random chance. Another death was, who was it? That crazy lady that breastfed her kid.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What's her face? Aaron.
Yeah.
Or no,
Uh,
she's married to John Aaron.
Right, so I'm like trying to navigate this. It's called a Web of Thrones 2.0. It's so
Web of
helpful.
Thrones?
A Web of Thrones because it's just like has every single
it's
character
connected. To
Oh.
all
my
connected
gosh, yeah.
together.
Yep.
It's so helpful right now.
But anyways,
Through that scene, though, we had a huge, like, plot drop with that. Like,
hmm
she was behind the death of her husband the whole time. Her and Littlefinger,
yeah.
which came out of nowhere. Like, I did not expect that.
So that, and you're like, that started
Oh.
everything.
It did.
Matt,
It
her
really
name
did.
is Lisa
Lisa.
or Lysa.
It was
Liza,
between,
yeah.
Liza.
Lysa.
But that was awesome. She freaks out because Littlefinger kissed Sansa,
Which is creepy.
and
I've not liked Sansa the whole time either.
Oh.
Up until now, like, she's like, I think,
I still
Who-
kind of don't like her.
I still don't really like her, but I can't remember who. It was Tyrion that told her, like, man, she's got potential to make it through this thing.
Because they're married.
Yeah, but no, like, the way she handles herself.
Right. No, I know what
Yeah.
you're saying. But that's how they, yeah.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, when she got pushed down the moon door, it's
The
awesome.
moon door.
By Littlefinger.
I want to see the little man fly. Freaking obnoxious
Yeah.
kid. Ugh.
Robert.
Robert.
Robbie.
They call him Robin sometimes.
Robin, that's what it is. Little Robin. He's going to be a strong king, isn't he?
Yeah.
Moving on from favorites, what was the most shocking moment of last season? What we thought.
The most shocking moment was, hands down, in my opinion, the mountain versus the viper.
Oh, yeah.
The red viper.
Oh, yeah.
I was I was shaking that scene. I was so nervous watching that.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I love Tyrion, and I didn't want, because how it went down was Tyrion was accused, and when he cut loose on Tywin in his little rant, he's like, I demand a trial by combat, which he won before when he was
With
on trial.
who's
between
his
Catelyn?
who's his
and
helper? Tyrion's? Bronn. Yeah.
Bronn stepped forth instead of Jaime Lannister's brother.
But this
and he
time,
won, yeah, this time. So it looked like nobody. Cersei paid off Bronn
basically,
and gave him a castle and stuff like that. And he's been Tyrion's friend throughout the whole thing.
Basically,
but he's really just interested in money, and the both of them understand that.
Right.
I like that it wasn't a big shock. Like he's like, I'm sorry, but I'm set now. Like, sorry, but no, can't do it. And so Cersei chose her tribute.
her combatant.
Yeah,
champion
was the champion. There you go. The Mountain, Sir Gregor Clegane, who's the Hound's brother, and just notorious for being huge. And he's played by Hafthor Bjornsson, who's the world's strongest man right now.
How
in
fitting.
real life. This is his first acting appearance as well, too. But he plays the part well because he's 6'9", 416 pounds. And he, like, chops horses in half and stuff, so...
In real life?
Oberyn steps up.
the Viper.
The Red Viper.
Who's got and the only reason is because he has a history with the Mountain.
Yep.
Because the Mountain killed most of his family and raped his sister.
Raped and killed his sister and her kids.
Right. And so that was covered up, and then he wants it to become public, and which ultimately leads to his downfall.
Yeah. We really only saw the political side of Oberyn, and I was hesitant to liking him up until he finally said, "I'll be your champion," and then that fight was epic.
A lot of people liked him, actually.
Oh, they loved him.
Yeah.
But I was... You got to earn my trust on that
right,
show.
of course.
Oh, for sure.
Of course.
But he was sweet, and then it looked like he won. Like,
he stabbed him.
Oh my
you
gosh,
got it.
I was so I was relieved.
I'm like,
and then
he starts talking.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, don't talk, kill,
Yes.
kill.
But
he
didn't care about
to confess
He wanted
that he
Tywin
made
yeah.
the Mountain.
He wanted
kill.
either the Mountain to confess or Tywin.
he didn't care about Tyrion's life.
No, it was all for him.
Yeah.
Like, this was his chance to get revenge, and
And
it was.
Then the Mountain grabs him, trips
Grabs
him,
him.
and grabs him by the head and smashes his skull through the eyeballs.
Yes,
Kills him.
because he's the Mountain, and he's 6'9".
As he's been stabbed by a spear as well.
Which was laced with poison.
Laced with
And
poison.
We find out later that... Because I was like, no, wait, because he collapsed and he died too. Like, I thought they both died. So it's like, okay, well, so whoever killed the other one first... I don't know. Like, I was like...
But then
But no! But then we find out that he's somehow hanging on, probably because he's...
Yeah, and
6'9",
apparently now,
460
apparently now
pounds.
And
he's
then
just
there's-
in immense pain because of the poison. Like,
they should have upped the dosage on that one.
the poison, yeah.
But
Horse tranquilizer.
that was the most shocking moment for me.
for sure.
It's crazy. Crazy.
I think we can. I don't really have another shocking moment.
Oh,
Maybe.
yes. Well,
Maybe
the obvious one.
maybe Joffrey's death.
That didn't
That
surprise me.
wasn't
I
shocking.
was
It was
waiting
going to
for
happen at some point. I think the Red Wedding.
Well, that wasn't this
That
season.
wasn't this season,
That
no.
was third season,
Oh.
right?
Of
Oh,
all
we're-
time, the Red Wedding
For sure.
was...
Okay. I didn't know we were just doing this latest
That
season.
was-
Okay.
The Red Wedding was spoiled for me on the internet, and I hate whoever did that to me.
I just saw it on the sidebar on Facebook. I'm like, Red Wedding. I was like, I know what's gonna happen now. There's gonna be wedding, and red implies blood. I mean,
No, someone wrote on a post in huge letters the spoiler for that, like just listed it
That's
out,
lame.
and I was
Wow.
Come on,
really
people.
pissed.
We at least give you an alert, a warning.
Yep.
Um,
Scrolling down, see that, and I almost broke my TV and was outside screaming. And Adam is disapproving of that.
Who was Jon Snow's girlfriend?
Egret.
Ygritte. Her dying.
That was sad.
That was sad. It's kind of shocking.
I wasn't very surprised, but well, I guess I don't know. I can't get surprised by this show very much, but
talk about another moment. This is the only show that I honestly cannot predict what's going to happen.
Right.
Like for a second there, I thought she was going to shoot him, and then she's kind of like, I can't, but she did before, so it's like I don't know what she's going to do, and then bam,
and then she gets shot.
Oh my gosh. I didn't want that to happen.
Yeah. It's funny because this story doesn't play with like morality at all. It doesn't play with like the notion of karma. Like good people get good things to them.
It plays by the rules of real life.
Real life. Anybody can die.
By the rules of politics.
Basically.
Extreme politics.
Oh, man.
Sweet. So that was someone's shocking moment.
Oh, I didn't know they had names for their wolves.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my
Ghost.
Well, I know they have ghosts. I didn't know the ones of the others.
Oh, what about that other Ward kid dying?
Whatever.
Arya's is...
That was actually probably the funniest one because the skeleton's like crawling over and is like stabs him like 4 times, and he's just sitting there like.
I still don't kind of know what's going on there. Apparently,
I have no idea.
Apparently, Brandon's going to learn how to fly.
I often forget that is even happening.
Yeah,
Bran Flakes.
And she was so close to being like, "Hey, John, it's me."
Yeah, no, they saw each other, and then they were like,
No, they didn't see each other. He saw John.
So, did you know that Arya's wolf, which I think it's a she. I don't know. Nymeria is their name. And it's just lost. They wasn't killed.
Well, she made it run away because that's the dog that bit Joffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one was cool. Ghost is the most popular one, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so what are we... as we said before, the next season is coming out on the 12th, which is not this upcoming weekend, but the next, I believe. Yes.
So for you, it'll probably...
be not this...
Let's just
Sunday,
say the 12th.
Next Sunday.
April 12th.
It may have already come out.
Maybe, depending on when you listen to it. Anyway. But what are we most looking forward to seeing? Like, I have no idea what's going to happen, but...
I think we can all agree, yeah, Arya is...
Oh, me, Matt.
At least. That's the thing that I'm most looking forward to. Just seeing, like, what she can do with...
Yeah.
Where she's going, what she's, like... She'll probably train a little bit more to become a crazy assassin.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm also looking forward... The trailer dropped. There are a couple trailers at least, and Dany's dragons are pretty dang big now. So
yeah, 2 of them are in a dungeon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the one's loose.
One is loose, the one that she can't control. Which, again, something that I have no idea is going to happen. If that dragon is going to
kill her,
or
kill somebody, or
which color was it?
Black.
That's
and red.
Viserion. Wait, no, Drogon. Drogon's the black one. Viserion's the gold one, and Rhaegal is the green one.
Oh.
It probably is.
It probably is.
So children.
Do speculation. Do we think that she's going to attack Westeros?
Yeah.
This season?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so. Why not? She could probably decimate
we thought she was last
everything
season.
Just with the dragons. I feel like she doesn't even need her little army.
Because remember, right now, those 2 other cities are not in control.
She decided that she wanted to stay so that she could, I don't know, rule that side over the Narrow Sea. Or she's just trying to make sure everything's fine, and then she's going to try and go over to Westeros. I don't know. Again, I have no idea.
She'll probably get eaten by her dragon. She'll probably be like, "Will you march?" And then she'll get eaten.
I think she's the only constant in this whole universe.
Yeah, but we thought about that with everybody else too.
She has she's the only one with fate on her side at like the moment that like is just her and
fate that could eat her.
Her and Bran, they have like fate going for them as compared to most other people.
I'm not gonna hop on that wagon. I have no idea. I feel like she could just get eaten out of the blue. I don't know.
I don't know. I wonder how many people will quit Game of Thrones
over a cow or whatever. a piece of meat.
Sheep or something. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm losing interest in her storyline.
Yeah, they have to do something big.
Oh, they will. Don't worry.
She's kind of turning into an annoying character for me. I don't know.
What about her?
Well, that's because
I am the mother of dragons.
she got annoying when Dario Naharis came by.
Who's going to play more and more into the story.
I like the other guy who is
I do
spying
too.
on her.
I don't like this new pretty boy guy. I don't know.
I would argue that the other guy looked a little more pretty boy than this new one, but I thought he was sweet. He looked like Jaked Hagar, the assassin, kinda.
What do we think is going to happen with the other guy that was spying on her that she banished?
Jorah?
Yeah.
Mormont? I don't know. I feel like he hasn't left because he's obsessed with Daenerys, but...
Yeah.
I mean, she
That's
banished
what I
him to Westeros, so maybe he'll pop up over there and do something. I don't know.
I thought she overreacted with that.
I feel
If
like
she
did
hasn't
too.
figured out that he likes her a lot and is pretty loyal. Because he was only reporting to Westeros for a certain amount of time.
And
from
then,
what I gathered.
right, and then also the people that he's reporting to either died or left, right? Who's
He's reporting to
Barstan?
the eunuch. What's his name?
Yeah,
Varys.
Very okay.
who right now is not looking so great.
Yeah, he looked pretty nervous at the end of this season because he was like, the bells started ringing.
And he's just like,
What did you do? That's what he said to Tyrion. And he's like, I think I'm going to stay on this ship.
yeah, he's just like, I think I'll sit down.
But I like him because he has reminded us a few times he's loyal to the realm and no one else. So for the good of the realm, not for the good of the Lannisters or for the good of the Baratheons or the
Right.
Starks.
Yeah.
He's an interesting character.
He is.
I kind of like him and hate him at the same time.
He's better than Littlefinger.
That's true.
Another thing I'm interested in seeing is Grey Worm. Let's see where his storyline
yeah.
goes.
He's falling in love with the
Missandei.
translator girl.
Missandei? Day? I don't know how to pronounce it. The other slave girl, yeah.
But
I think they'll rule everybody.
yeah,
Just throwing out wild speculations. You never know. They'll probably turn out right.
he's a eunuch though too. So
Oh,
no babies.
that's okay.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to this upcoming season.
Oh yeah, this will be great.
Because like I said, they've only gotten better and better, despite them taking every one of your favorite characters away from you. I don't know. We'll see.
What do we think is going to happen with Reek? Do we care?
Not really. Not
Yeah.
as much. Reek
After-
being Theon.
Theon Greyjoy.
After he was, like, basically saved and then decided to stay
know
with
who he was.
And
Ramsay.
his sister's pissed. I have no brother.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he'll crack. He'll snap out of this thing. I don't know. Unless he just dies.
I think
I
he'll
won't be
like
sad.
he'll like make some way, but then like just get broken somehow,
Yeah.
He's
and then
been a jerk the whole
I can
time,
see him
too,
like
so-
somebody actually saving him, like for real, like killing everybody else, and he'll just kind of be not good. He'll just kind of be evil for the rest of it. I could see that happening because he kind of got brainwashed. But
medieval brainwashed.
who? Just talking. We've kind of been talking about this already. Who's the next big name to die? Do we think? Throwing this out there might get a lot of hate. Jon Snow.
No.
I think he might.
I'm thinking that Jaime's actually gonna die.
I
This
hope
is-
it's Cersei, to be
I know.
honest. I hope it's not Marjorie,
No, Marjorie.
because I like her.
we
She's
like
pretty.
Marjorie.
Natalie Dormer, you play a very beautiful
Oh man,
Marjorie.
I wish I had this.
Tyrell.
I wish I had this graphic when I was watching the show so I could understand what was
Yeah,
going on.
if you guys are still listening to this and haven't watched the show, you should probably check that out while you watch it.
Web
Yeah,
of Thrones
you can throw
2.0.
that in
2.0 I think is updated to the end of the
Can put a
latest
link to
season.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I honestly have no idea. After the third season, I was like, all right, well, I have no freaking idea who's going to die and who's not. I honestly, the first season, didn't really care about Ed. I feel like I knew it. One being it's Sean Bean, and he's never safe in movies.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I didn't really grow attached to him as much.
He didn't really have a lot of character development.
No.
I mean, we saw a
He was
little
in the
bit when he
first
was being the
season.
hand. We saw just a little bit of his morals and stuff, but that not
He's
enough.
super loyal,
Yeah, not enough to.
but that's not going to save you in this
no,
show.
You need somebody who's like everybody, and
Yeah. I think, I don't remember who said it too, but like that was his downfall, was like he's too proud and too loyal for this Game of Thrones.
Was that like the first time they mentioned that saying?
I think it was the interaction between Peter and Varys.
I wanna
What's Littlefinger's last name?
Littlefinger. It's just
Peter Baelish.
Peter Baelish. That's right.
yeah. One thing I want to know is like how things are going at the Night's Watch. I can't remember like how it ended in the season.
That is, I think it was a Academy nominated episode for the whole episode was the battle over the wall, and that was Mance Raider attacking the wall with his barbarians
And giants.
and then and giants. We got to see giants, which is pretty cool. When the giant had that like huge bow and shot that arrow, and that guy just got annihilated.
Yeah.
It was
There's
like a
some great
spear.
moments.
That episode was incredible.
It ended with them. They held the wall.
They won for a day, but Jon Snow knew that they lost so many people that they needed to negotiate. So he went out beyond the wall to negotiate with Mance.
Oh, that's right.
And then
Stannis.
Baratheon showed up out of the blue
gosh.
and said, "All right, I'm in charge here." And stupid Melisandre. No, rewind. I hope she dies because I can't stand her.
Yeah.
Ugh. The red woman, the witch, or whatever she is. I don't even know. She's annoying.
How about talking about people who we really don't want to see anymore? How about Walder?
Walter Frey.
Yeah.
We haven't seen much of him since
But he was
the third season.
yeah. I want the how they said like the gods would get back at people who did that stuff in their house. I want to see like that happen.
Yeah. Well, the Boltons are in charge of the North now. So that storyline ended for the season with them marching on Winterfell, so they're gonna take over that, which is just abandoned now, I think.
Yeah.
So the Boltons are in charge there, and Ramsay, the guy who's been torturing Theon, had his bastard title removed and is a part of the family now because he's been pretty cunning for sure. That guy knows what he's doing.
I like what they do with this show because like they burned down Winterfell and like they killed a bunch of characters that you love. It's like they're forcing people to choose sides pretty much. They're forcing people to choose one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's super interesting because you're not grounding anybody to like the central place like Winterfell. It's gone. And so everybody's scattered around and you're like, who do we want to follow? And it's a genius way to do a TV show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm anxious to read the books, see how close it is. So I heard that they do deviate a few. And George R. Martin, is it R.R.?
Yeah, Double R Martin.
Double R. Martin.
I'm sure he doesn't like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's been working on the show and he approves of a lot of things, but also, like, I heard that they move stuff around a bit as far as, like, deaths.
Oh.
But
they have to keep it so it's in, like, the right format and things work out.
And he's been like, hey, what are you doing? But, I mean, he checks it all off, so.
Question. Do we think that the Hound died?
I don't know. I think he does. He's just profusely.
I think there was
beaten.
someone behind that rock about to save him.
Which rock? What?
The rock that he was leaned up against.
They were making the joke. Like, I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me if he turns back up. But
I think he's dead.
Same question about Arya's sword teacher. Swordmaster.
I think he died.
I think
he's him at all.
Guaranteed. If he survived,
Was
that'd
that
be quite
guy
amazing.
that was the captain of the guard? Not Jamie, the guy below him.
Oh,
The one who got kicked out or whatever?
No, not him.
Okay.
Not
Wait.
Bannister or whatever his name is. The swordsman. The legend.
Right.
Not him. That guy, he's just a nobody. He's got the goatee, black goatee.
Braun?
What?
Braun?
Not Braun.
No.
He's not the captain.
Wait,
He's the captain of the city guard.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
talking
okay.
about the royal guard.
The Royal Guard.
He is the one who cut Tyrion's face in the battle over the King's Landing. Again, you probably, if you don't watch it, I am wondering if he was involved with that scene where his dance instructor, as Arya says.
I think that maybe he lived and he's gonna pop up later.
Maybe. Where is he from again? Was he from Bravos?
Oh.
Because that place just sounds like a place that's populated by badasses.
Yeah. What if she shows up there and he's there and he's like, now we can continue?
I didn't know this. The Mountain and the Hound are brothers.
You didn't know
Didn't know that?
I don't know why I didn't know
That was
that.
like the 4th episode.
Yeah, they really
I don't remember that far back.
ground that into you.
All right. Well, yeah, they are.
The more you know.
Because Littlefinger is talking to Sansa. She's telling him ghost stories or whatever, trying to creep her out at the games being held. The story of the Hound in the Mountain, where they were kids and the Mountain saw the Hound playing with one of his toys, and him being as ruthless as he is, just took
I
his
remember
face
that now.
and jammed
I don't know
it
why.
into a fire pit.
There's so much information and some stuff that gets kicked out.
This is a massive amount of information in the show. You definitely have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Mainly the names. That's why Josh has the 2.0
Oh,
things.
I can't remember this ever when watching. I'm just like, who's the dude that does the I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Sweet. So plenty of people can die. Anyone can die.
Moving on to the debate section. We're going to debate who we think the best swordsman is of all the seasons. Anybody.
Swordsman.
I mean, there are a couple good candidates out
Two-handed
there.
Jamie.
Two-handed. That's yours?
Yeah.
I think they say that a lot about him, but I don't know. I'll throw Loras Tyrell. They say that he's one of the best as well. Knight of the Flowers.
I want to say the dance instructor guy, but I mean, we don't really have any idea. So I'm going to not say that. I'm probably going to go with Brienne of Tarth as best swordsman.
He's got a fancy new sword now.
Mm-hmm.
Made of Valyrian steel.
From
Ed
Jaime
Stark's
Lannister.
old sword.
Yeah.
Sad.
Who do you think is going to get Joffrey's half of that sword? Because it was made into two swords. One was given to Jaime and the other was to Joffrey. Do you think they just buried it with him, or do you think...
Probably. Heart Eater. Even though he was an idiot. I need to listen to Mummy. And then retreats. What a... I hate that kid so much. I don't know. I think any of these are... I would argue between me and Josh's over the
Brienne
of Tarth. Yeah.
Why?
Well, even with one hand, he...
Well, she beat Jaime because Jaime is famished and
only had one hand.
not at the time.
Oh, not at the time.
He's
That's right.
tied
That's
up.
right.
He's-
But he was tied.
And he was just tired. But no, I mean, yeah.
I mean, we saw her kick some ass the first time we saw her.
Yeah, that's true.
And then she also went head-to-head with the Hound, beat him.
Oh, the Hound, yeah. Well, I wouldn't argue that the Hound is the best, though. That was an awesome fight.
That was...
Like, they really should have just teamed up, but
They really
the Hound
should have
is
been...
stubborn.
But, yeah. Ugh.
So, that would have been interesting. I was like, when they met, I was like, oh, maybe those two will end up together. And nope. Not at all.
Not even close.
They beat each other
They
to
just
a
get
pulp.
pissed and... Yeah.
I thought it was kind of creepy. It was a fun relationship with the Hound between...
The Hound and Arya.
Yeah. But at first I was like, what's he gonna do with her?
No, we kind of knew that he wasn't going to do anything too bad. I mean, just because from the first interaction they had or whatever, when he saved her back on at King's Landing.
Yes. Oh, I'm thinking of his interaction between him and Sansa, actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You never know with a guy like that, too. But
Now he might be dead, so...
he might be.
The thing about it is that if you don't see a character die on screen, I feel like you can't rule them out for being alive.
Yeah, I guess.
But there are people in this world who don't die.
Thank you, Josh.
Like Barrick.
Like who?
Barrick. The guy who got, like, sliced by the hound, but then, like, was revived by his friend.
Oh, yeah.
They're the people from the Brotherhood Without Banners.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that guy.
Brotherhood. We got the flaming sword.
Yeah.
That guy was cool.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck happened to him. We haven't seen him in a while.
No, they just got kind of, like, spread out, and then Arya left, and the Hound left.
Yeah.
That was about it. They'll probably come into play later.
Probably.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's, like, the two different sides that side with God of Fire or whatever. Because we have them, the Brotherhood Without Banners, and then we have, like,
Crazy Red Witch.
yeah, or, like, Melisandre.
Yeah, I know. I call it the Crazy Red Witch with a B. Anyways.
Which with a B?
Nope.
I don't know. Is this really a debate?
Not really.
Yeah.
We're just talking.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good.
Who
'Cause
do
I
we-
honestly don't know
Yeah.
who would win.
And
We'll
we
just
can't,
have to
we can't
wait.
have Katie chime in on it. One, she has her headphones in. Two, she hasn't
She
seen
does?
it. Yeah.
Okay, good. 'Cause I didn't know.
Now moving on, who do we think the most deadly character is?
I think the most deadly character is Jaqen Hagar, the assassin, who can change his face.
That was crazy.
That's
Because he, like, took
Yeah.
out so many people, and it was, like, effortless. It just seemed like he was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I love that guy. I was sad that he changed his face into a creepy looking face, but I don't know. Who knows?
I think there could be an argument for Daenerys.
Well, yeah, only because she has dragons.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Jaqen Hagar is working by himself either.
Yeah, but she normally doesn't
What do you
carry
mean?
out her the death. That
I think
she-
he's kind of a loner.
He had like people help him. I mean, he paid them, but I mean,
I don't
right?
Know, I don't know what you're
I
talking about.
thought he had people because he couldn't have done everything all
No,
by himself,
I-
right?
I'm pretty sure that's what.
why I think he's.
I think
so
they made that
insane.
point that he's just a
He's
crazy assassin.
crazy deadly.
Yeah.
And then like when he's up on the hill and then he like leaves and then he's back down, like I don't know what's going on with that dude. And then he changes his face. He just like looks like he puts on a mask. And
Gives Arya a coin and then leaves.
Ugh. that guy's so freaking sweet. I
I
wish
think-
he was in the show more.
I think my pick might be the Mountain. He's pretty deadly.
Yeah.
I don't know about now, but
That was my second.
because I mean, crush a guy's skull with your bare hands as you stabbed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would argue that he was beat. He's just.
I think he was, but I don't know. Yeah,
That
I mean,
scene
we
was
know
so
that he
cool.
killed an entire family of the Vipers and stuff, like his sister and daughters, like we said, and he's probably killed a ton of people.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what he's gonna do since he's in pain from being poisoned.
No, it's great. This like I said before, I didn't know whether I liked Oberyn or not, the Viper. And then like that scene where he's fighting him, I was like, this guy's so awesome. I love him. He's so great. And then he dies.
He was a little too flashy in his fighting style, but I mean that's just kind of how
I
it
think
is.
that was so cool.
I mean, it was
though.
cool, but I
It's
think he
a
could have gotten.
spear.
I think he could have gotten the job done a little bit better than the flashing
Yeah.
and getting hit a couple times. Yeah. I mean, everybody's deadly. There's so many
Yeah.
people that kill each
Oh,
other.
another thing, Daenerys has an entire army that's willing to fight for her.
Right, but I mean, this is semantics, but I mean, is she killing the people herself, or is she just ordering people to kill them? Because that's different, I think.
So it's still whatever she says goes.
Well, I would argue that she's the most powerful person too, because she has 3 dragons and a whole army. But as far as like the most
Oh, and then
deadly character,
right, and then she also has the mercenary, that one guy. What is his name?
Dario.
Dario. Yeah, she's probably got the most power right now.
Yeah, easily.
What about
okay.
Bran?
So not
I don't
deadliest.
know about Bran. He might have a ton of power. Being a warg and all.
Okay, so Daenerys is the most powerful, but she isn't the most deadliest by herself.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I think King Robert's got that one.
Well, she did kill
Robert Baratheon.
Drogo.
What?
She did kill Drogo.
Who did?
Daenerys.
No.
She didn't? He died because of a festering wound. Then he went into a vegetable state because that
Yeah,
weird
well, she
woman-
killed that vegetable state.
Which isn't hard.
No, I know, but
She's pretty deadly.
Oh my god.
that's just what I'm saying. She kills people when they're vegetables.
It sounds like Troll 2.
Yeah.
Great movie,
Oh
everybody
my
go watch it.
gosh.
I haven't seen it yet.
The best, worst movie ever, which is also the name of the documentary about that movie. Which is also good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so most gut-wrenching scene.
This is all seasons? Or just this
Sure.
one?
Got
Okay.
definitely the Mountain versus Viper battle at the very end. Eye
That's
gouging.
crazy.
That was like the most I've been like feeling anything while watching any sort of cinema.
Yeah, that was on my top list, but I knew that somebody else was gonna pick it.
So
I mean-
it was the Red Wedding, hands down. Because Rob was my favorite character, and a unborn baby's killed as well as the wife, and I was like, this is not happening.
Yeah.
I was like legitimately depressed for a week afterwards. Man, that was a bad scene. Poor Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think mine, I don't know, because you guys took the two big ones that, but just like the main scene from like the first episode, just like Jamie and what's her name? I can't even remember her name. Cersei, yeah. Them just doing it, and then
That was your
Bran.
scene?
Bran climbing up, and then Jamie just casually pushing him out the window.
It's like
And then
kind of
him
set the
falling.
tone.
I mean, I was just like, I'm like, what kind of show is this? All in that scene, I was just like, what is this?
We got incest. We got
Yeah.
child murder.
Attempted.
Attempted murder.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
which pretty much put all of the stuff into
'Cause
motion.
I'm like, nobody, who would do that to a kid? Push him out of a window. I thought that they'd just like
yeah.
tell him to cover it up or something.
Jamie and Cersei.
I just wasn't attached to Bran. Like, I was shocked by that, but I was also just like, oh. And then, like, the very next episode is, like, he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a coma or whatever. Which I guess back then was like, well, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Alright, everybody. We're gonna wrap up this episode. Go watch the show if you haven't.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you haven't,
sure-
I don't know why you've been listening. to be
I'm
perfectly
sure,
honest.
yeah. What's wrong with you?
It's a great show.
It is. Let us know what you think. Each of our questions, what do you think is going to happen in the next season? And if you've read the frickin' book, don't you dare talk about what's going to happen. If you know what's going to happen.
I mean, we don't know. It might deviate even more from the books. We're
It
not
hasn't, though, from what I heard.
No, they said they were going to.
They were. Well, I guess because they've approved like 3 more seasons of it or something. And technically, this upcoming season should be the last. But
Sure. Oh well.
I don't know. Just don't
Yeah.
spoil anything.
Let
for
us
me.
know what you think about our questions, and let us know what questions you have. Like, what do you want us to debate? What do you want us to talk about? And I'm pretty sure for next week we're gonna have a special guest coming onto the show.
Yes,
So
very
be-
special guest.
Be ready for that.
It should be fun. We're super pumped for that episode.
Oh, absolutely. And then you can find us on Twitter, on Facebook. Type in the Random Fandom Show. On Twitter is @RandoFandoPod.
Yeah.
And leave a comment. Subscribe.
Like, follow, subscribe.
We're also on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Listen to us on YouTube. Maybe one day we'll get graphics for our videos. Maybe.
Just a thought.
Maybe.
Just a thought. Let us know. Do you want graphics? Okay. Sweet. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. or whenever you're listening to this.
Hope you had a great Easter.
day.
I am the ring bearer, signing off.
I'm the Holocron Keeper.
And I'm the Smash Hero.
All right.
God bless.